Oh, hi. It is I, Magicus Burbus. Or for you, Magical Birb. And welcome to my humble abode. I know, right? Very fancy. I've been transported here due to the fact that I fucked up with some timelines, or whatever it was. Nobody told me that the portal gun wasn't for time travel. It happens, it happens. Now I'm here, and I have my computer, and civilization, and a lot of free time. This is a civilization video. Have fun. Now, question. What is a civilization? Everyone has a country, right? You're probably from somewhere. USA, France, China. Those are countries. But what is a country? It's a bunch of people who live in a land. And those lands have people who lead them. And those leaders come from all points of time. They will be placed on a new land and make history for their country. Now, come with me on a journey through time where we will see how these people explore the new lands, expand their empires, exploit the resources, and exterminate their problems. This is Civilization 6 Explained. Let us begin by introducing the stars of this show. We have Gandhi, leading the Indian Empire, specializes in big cities and religion. We have João III, leading the Portuguese Empire. He likes boats and trade routes. We have Menelik II, leading Ethiopia. On this one, the player decided to be a Dark Souls fan. We have Lady Six Sky from the Mayans, loves style gameplay and lots of science. And finally, we have Jadwiga from the Polish-Lithuanian Empire. Alright, now that the 5 main characters of this story were introduced, let's go see the runs. Let's look at Gandhi's start. I see lots of woods and jungle, a lot of food nearby, some mountains to the left, and the river that goes to the right. There's also 2 luxuries nearby, which will help with a high population capital. I will give this start an 8 out of 10. João starts looks amazing. Starting next to a river, lots of food, a natural wonder next to the capital, also 2 luxuries. Sadly, it's short on production, but the lack of it is covered with food alone. 8.5 out of 10. Now for Menelik. Lacks hills. A lot of food on the 3rd ring, sadly the 2 luxuries are the same, and since this guy decided to go on a 1 city challenge, he couldn't really move much. Plus, he would prefer a bigger river with floodplains. This start is a 4 out of 10. For Lady Six Guy, this is a weird start, I would say, because for every other leader I'd go woo, but for her, this is good. The Mayans thrive with more plantations and farms, which next to mountains and hills ain't the easiest to make, but still, pretty good start. 7 out of 10, 9 out of 10 for everyone else. And now, but not least, the Polish. Wait, fuck, I forgot I had mods. Let me just. Thank you. Jadwiga starts on a river. There's dies nearby, lots of hills and woods, and with bananas next to the settler, it will grow kinda big. 6 out of 10. Okay, now I'm gonna skip for multiple parts of these games. I'ma jump to turn 5, 10, 25, 50, 75, and so on. Let's continue with the Polish game. As you can see while I was talking, it was found the crater lake, a natural wonder that gives both faith and science. We also got in contact with the city-state of Cardiff, which gives one production to the capital in case we were the first ones to find it. And another thing, we found the tribal villages. They give boosts and goodies such as gold or how to make a nuke, depends the era of the game. Let's jump to the crazy man. So far he has found 2 city-states, Bologna, Lasagna, I don't know, and Ant. Fuck it. Do you smell that, son? That's the ocean. Portugal's ocean. By turn 5, Portugal explored enough to find out that he is in an island together with a city-state. Taruga is stopping him from settling to the right, so he has to settle somewhere else. Now with India, it's the right time to explain that I usually play my games heavily modded. One of those mods is Government Overhaul, which changes the mechanics in game. And by abusing some mechanics, getting the Fate Governor to get early Fate, I don't know how to say the word anymore, and get the religious settlements, which gives me a free settler. There's also other beliefs, but I rarely show them. Now, finally, for the turn 5 of the Mayans, which took fucking minutes to do, due to the fact I was writing down another script for a video, which I'm never gonna use. Anyways, I went to the left, found the ocean front Granada, and I just remembered the map is SpongeBob. I love Steam community maps. Speed round. Portugal puts a second city in turn 10. India spawns a second city next to Big Lake and found Patiti, and whatever the fuck that name is. It started building the Great Path. The Mayans found out what the fuck are barbarians, Ungabungas that want to bonk your cities, and Poland put down a city next to Crater Lake and stole it from the city-state. Also, it was the first one finding another civilization. Surely it won't have horrible consequences. Ooh, that was something. Now, turn 25. Portugal is making boats, as the island is surrounded by barbarians. India has explored a bit and found out Teddy Roosevelt, Texan president of the Rough Rider Republic. Crazy Man is almost putting his plan working. The Mayans made a second city and found Simon Oliver from Venezuela, Keita from Mali, and Peter from Russia. Also, look at this timeline. These 3 are the same amount of turns, by the way. No wonder I never finished the Mayan game. And Poland gets to know that both Sweden and England hates them. And they are secretly Switzerland because holy mountains. 5 turns later, Queen Victoria decides to cosplay as Skinny Mustache Man and tries to reclaim the Alps. Somehow I can hold enough until I have archers, transforming these into a game of balloon tower defense, where I am the monkeys and the British are the balloons. I meet Spain, somehow he's friendly. I make my own religion, call it the Light of the Way, due to the fact in this dark time I really needed something to guide me. Then Victoria refuses to stop the war, so I turn my country into a fortress. Let's see what's happening on the other games. Oh, right, Mayans. I write down about trade deals or something, I don't remember. Nothing else happens besides getting another city. Let's check the madman. He got the Great Bath. Surely 3 tiles of floodplain is enough for his crazy plan, right? Next! Gandhi got up to 4 cities already, and it's waiting for all of them to get a holy site so he can make a religion pop in all cities. Very chill so far. Meanwhile, Portugal got at another city, found Queen Victoria from England, Suleiman from the Ottoman Empire, Cleopatra from Egypt, and Saladin from Arabia. Also started a trade route between England and Portugal and made it a few boats to deal with the barbarians. Well, I think this is a good time for ask you to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I really wanted to get to 1k subs this year, but with less than a month, I doubt it will happen. But still I can dream. Okay, good take. Now, let me check the list. Done, done, done. Oh shit. That's right. I forgot to talk about governments. And a lot of other things. So, there's the tech tree, which unlocks cool shit you can do. And there's the culture tree, which unlocks government types. I will talk about some types later. Now, let's see how everyone is doing at turn 75. Starting with the madman over there. Okay, cool, he just picked up political philosophy and chose to be a classical republic. Each type of government has their perks. This one gives a 50% bonus on great people points. Oh right, great people is another mechanic I forgot to talk about. Basically they give bonus or allow you to make your own religion. As you can see, Madman feels lonely. Anyways, by turn 75, he is with 11 population capital and making 51 faith a turn. His leader ability converts 15% of the faith per turn into culture and science, so let's pray he doesn't go insane with it. Let's check on the Mayans, shall we? By turn 75 it has 5 cities, another one on the way, and nothing else happened. 10 out of 10 match, guys. Let's go back to Poland. It seems that 45 turns of war ain't enough for Miss Victoria. On the meanwhile, I started buying some settlers and moved them near the ocean, since it was only possible to get 4 cities next to each other. I might as well try to colonize some islands. Oh, right. A sneaky little settle next to Sweden. They won't mind. Alright, Gandhi time. What have he done on the past 25 turns? Made a religion called Mr. Krabs, got a few more cities, started a crusade against Ethiopia, and also started the Great Elephant Wall. Pretty cool. Now, back to the land of trade and those trades. We can see that we made friendship with England and started a lot of trade routes with everything that was coastal. Besides that, nothing really happened, just dealing with more barbarians, met Brazil. Wait, how do they exist if we are in 1032 BC? Whatever. Oh wow, look at the time. Just kidding. Turn 100 has arrived, and you gotta keep pressing the just one more turn button. Anyways, there's a funny rule made by the community saying that, and I quote, at turn 100 you should have 100 of at least one yield. So let's see how everyone is doing. Ooh, I'm sorry to tell guys, but Poland did not reach turn 100. I don't know if I still can play that save file, but if I can, it will be the next civilization video. Still, there's plenty to talk. At turn 78, the settlers started rolling into the sea, got into a normal age, the war finally stopped, made a one-tile city, plenty of other cities in islands, and finally on turn 94, which is when I stopped playing, I have 152 faith a turn, meaning I'm probably headed to a religious game. Guys, I gotta be honest with you. The Mayan game was so boring I fell asleep while editing. By turn 117, the highest yield I had was 73 science. It was just not happening anything. So this means we will have only 3 games to see what happens next. Coming hot with the Madman gameplay, by turn 100 he got a few great people, 88 faith per turn, 80 culture, and 85 science, all with one city. The Mayans had almost that with 6 cities. Impressive from the madman. Now, back to Gandhi. At turn 85 he started a war with Ethiopia, stealing a settler and fully enforcing the Great Elephant Wall. Also launched a massive attack on his religion, slowly turning believers of Mr. Krabs. Anyways, the war quickly ended due to the fact that the Great Elephant Wall is the greatest in the world. Meanwhile, Portugal had plans to get a city on that island over there. Egypt did it first. Had to change the course of the settler, but it really pissed me off. So I started buying a lot of boats and upgraded all of them into cogs. And then as turn 100 rolled over, a war began. Cause fuck Egypt. All my homies hate Egypt. Swiftly the annoying city is razed to the ground, and then the rest of the war was just destroying every unit that appeared at the sea. Before the end of the war, I decided to raise another city just to send a message. Also, I got a ton of stuff from it. Let's call it war reparations. Since we already saw 15 turns of this, the other 10 was pretty much just trade deals and dealing with barbarians. If we go back to Ethiopia, 25 turns, nothing happened. Right now he is just waiting for the end of the game already. And since this video is getting big, let's see some ways to win. They joined a shit ton of aid requests and won a diplomatic victory, which in my opinion it's really hard to get, since the AI kinda fucking hates you anyways. I'm pretty sure his plan was to have as much science to get a space victory, but oh well, happens, you gotta adapt. As for Gandhi, he speedrun the religion's victory, exploring with missionaries, making everyone hate him for killing their religion. World peace at last. And finally for Portugal. Ah, that was true Civ 6. Joined the random ass war, got mad with it, ramped my science per turn, and the war. Then a whole hour passes in real life without I notice. Then I start another war. I nuke Turkey. I nuke Egypt. And get out of the planet with a science victory. Well, that was Civ 6 Explained. I hope you guys liked the video and see you next time. Ah, poor dude. So sad what happened to him. He went crazy and now talks alone.